You've entered Midnight Terrors, where every story is a door to the unknown, and some doors should never be opened. Before we dive into tonight's tale, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell, because once the shadows find you, you won't want to be alone. Share these nightmares with those you love, or those you'd rather haunt. Your support feeds the darkness. Now take a deep breath if you can, and let's begin. The family secret that changed everything. A mother's confession. A slow-burning tale of a dark secret, buried guilt, and a chilling revelation that shatters a family. The old farmhouse creaked with every gust of wind, a skeleton groaning under the weight of years. The storm outside was nothing compared to the storm inside. Emily sat stiffly on the edge of the living room couch. Her younger brother, Noah, paced in silence. Their mother, Margaret, sat across from them, pale, frail, her eyes hollow. Something in the room felt off, like time itself was holding its breath. Then Margaret spoke. "There's something I've never told you, something I should have said a long, long time ago. But I was afraid you'd hate me, afraid it would destroy you. But the truth has claws. It doesn't stay buried." Margaret and her husband David had just moved into the farmhouse. It was a gift from David's estranged uncle, a reclusive man who vanished without a trace a year after giving them the deed. The locals warned them about the house. Whispers of voices in the walls, lights flickering without power, cold spots in summer. But they didn't listen. We were young, broke, and excited. We ignored the signs. Then came the baby cries, but the children were asleep. Margaret would walk the halls at night, hearing soft sobs behind the walls. David told her it was just the wind. But Margaret knew. One night, during a thunderstorm much like tonight, Margaret followed the sound of the crying to the basement. In the corner, behind an old wardrobe, she found a false wall. Inside, a hidden room with a small, decaying crib and bones. Tiny bones. "I should have left then," she whispered. "I should have taken you and Noah and ran, but I didn't. I was compelled. I couldn't look away." From that night on, Margaret said the house watched them. Mirrors would fog with breath when no one was near. Emily would sleepwalk, murmuring in a language they didn't understand. Noah would draw pictures of a man with no eyes and a crooked smile, always standing behind Margaret. David changed. Slowly at first, little things, long silences, staring off into corners as if something was whispering just beyond the edge of hearing. Then came the disappearances. He would vanish for hours, sometimes all night, returning home with dirt under his nails and leaves tangled in his hair, refusing to say where he'd been. He stopped sleeping. He stopped eating. He'd sit at the dinner table, nodding and murmuring to empty chairs. But worst of all, he became obsessed with the past, with Uncle Everett, the man who had gifted them the house. David scoured the property, the library, the family Bible. Then he found the attic, hidden behind a panel, locked with rusted chains. Inside, among dust-covered toys and decaying portraits, he found the journals, leather-bound, old, damp with age. Inside were pages and pages of fevered ramblings, scratched out in jagged, erratic handwriting. The child in the walls watches, always watches. Blood was promised, blood was paid. We feed it silence, we feed it fear. The pact cannot be broken. David read every page, twice. And when he spoke after that, he wasn't David anymore. He said we were chosen, that Everett made a bargain, a terrible one, and now it was our turn to pay. He believed that the house would stay silent if it was fed. He said it demanded a sacrifice. She looked down as if trying to relive the moment in her mind. The night David vanished, the house spoke to me. I don't know how, maybe in a dream, maybe in the walls, but it gave me a choice. She swallowed, her voice cracking. One child or both. A silence fell. The kind that crushes you. Emily's hands trembled in her lap, her throat tightened. "You made a deal. I chose. I had to." Suddenly, a loud, sharp knock echoed from the hallway. Once, twice, 3 times. The lights flickered. Then, from somewhere deep within the house, a voice, a child's voice, giggling. And behind the walls, tiny nails scratching, climbing, coming. Emily's heart froze. "I chose. I gave it your father. I offered him to protect you, to protect Noah. I didn't know what else to do. It took him torn away from us. But the deal, it was never meant to last. It said, when you turn 30, it would return for another soul. Somewhere distantly, a grandfather clock, midnight. A violent burst of thunder rattled the windows and flickered the lights. Emily didn't flinch. Her breath was shallow, her skin pale. She had turned 30 today. So you lied? To us? Our entire lives? I tried to stop it. I did everything. I burned the bones. I sealed the basement. I prayed, begged, but it won't stop. I heard it again tonight, in the walls, in the pipes. It spoke. It's coming. For you. Then we're leaving. Now. We're not staying another second. He lunged for the front door. Click, click, clack. The locks twisted on their own. The door refused to open. The handle burned hot. Noah grabbed a chair and hurled it at the window. The glass rippled as if it were water and stayed intact. The house was alive. Then, from beneath their feet, in the silence between thunderclaps, came a sound that didn't belong. A baby, crying, faint but rising, from below, then closer. Squish, tap, squish. Tiny wet footsteps pattered across the wooden floor, just under the boards, like something crawling, learning to walk. What is that? The one we never named, the one we never buried. She looked up, her eyes hollow, her face streaked with tears. It's not just here for a soul, it's come to collect a family.